Hello guys again, welcome back in the chapter 2 of the commentary about the human body. I don't want to say sorry because I said it many times before, but I was busy with my cousins married, and I spent time in his wedding. And also, as you can hear my voice, I have a cold and I'm not very right. My wellness is now a little badly, so I didn't went to my work as a counter in the Al Sham company. So let's stop talking about all these things and start conversation or start our chapter 2. How fast thinking. The name of this chapter, fast thinking. Okay. We're going to start with somebody. It's called Stephen Wilson. Okay, Stephen Wilson. When he was in the airport, airplane, in the air for the last 20 minutes over New York City before he landed in the airport. So he looked down below from his window of the airplane or his seat in the airplane, and he saw the New York City full of different buildings and rivers and boats and buildings and bridges. So when he landed after a few days, he sat down on his chair and turned on the music, and he started to draw for hour and hour. His picture is 5.5 meters of what he saw when he was sitting in that 20 minutes. And that was amazing because he didn't take any picture or record any kind of video while he was looking down from the window. He just remembered what he saw in these 20 minutes, and he drew them all. The thousands of streets, the hundreds of buildings, the Empire's State building, and the rivers, the boats, the cars, the bridges, and the towers, everything. In these 20 minutes, he remembered all what he saw and started drawing. So the brain is very smart, and his brain is not very different from your brain or my brain. They are the same nearly. They are. It's only 1.3 kilogram from living computers. So everyone has the same brain. So he make processes in the 1 second. 100 trillion process move and return back by the second. So 100 trillion per second processes moved away and come back to the brain. As you can see, touch, taste, smell, breathe, shoot, write, read, look, see. Everything happened by your brain. So your brain use 20% of your blood in your body, and because of all these processes, he produce a heat. It's like the heat of your blood, which it's produced from your brain. It's look like a small light. The heat, the same like the small light. And the cells are the same. The neurons, الخلايا العصبية, neurons. The neurons like a tree with a thousand billion of branches. It's like this is the main branch, and this is the branches which it's come from the main branches, and these also the branches on this nerve has many branches, and these all the branches has also many branches on these and these and these. So it's like a tree, exactly. This is called the neurons, خلايا عصبية, okay? Cells, okay, neurons. There are nearly 100 billion neurons in your body. 100 billion neurons in your body. Billion, that means a milliard. 1,000 million. Okay, billion. For 1 billion. 1,000 million. So, don't talk about that. Hippocampus. For example, one of the part in your brain, it's called hippocampus. Hippocampus. And this part in your brain used to remember the things. So, if you want to let the hippocampus be bigger and stronger, you have to work out, you have to sleep well to let it get bigger. And when he's going to be bigger, he's going to can get a lot of information and remember faster. Cerebellum, that means المخيخ, okay? cerebellum, cerebellum. The cerebellum can control everything in your body without thinking, without choose if I'm going to do it or not. So the cerebellum control the main part in your body. So for example, your heart, your lungs, and there is a lot of things in your body, inside your body. You can't think to let them work or not, because your heart, if it's not going to work, you're going to die. So it's working automatically without thinking. You're breathing by your lungs, it's working automatically. They are working by the parts called in your brain cerebellum. So the cerebellum make or lets everything work automatically without thinking. Okay, the paper one. Now the second paper. Spinal cord. The spinal cord, I'm going to show it here. It starts from here onto the end of my back. It's like the main wire, which he take all the signals from my brain and separate them to all the nerves in my body. So the spinal cord is the main cable which or nerves to take the information from my brain to all the body. And our brain divided for two halves. Each half control the opposite side. So my brain, this is like that. The right half and the left half. The right half control the left side, and the left half control the right side of my body. So this one control this arm and this body, and this half, the left one, control the second or the right half of my body. And also all the cerebellums and the nerves, we can't see it ever by our eyes, because it's not visible to see by our human eyes. So the cerebellum, the nerves, okay, the nerves can be broke down easily, but also an important thing, we can make them stronger. But the good news, think we can make them stronger by training. So that's why the guitar player make a very beautiful song or music when he play with his guitar. That's why the football player work very wisely or perfect. That's why I'm talking with you right now nearly well, because I make my neurons talking between day and day. So I train my nerves, my brain, my nerves in my mouth or tongue to talk and talk more and more. So that's make the training of your nerves or your neurons, training them going to let you going to be very perfect in what you do. And now let's talk about the ears. There is a part in your brain called thalamus. 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 And this part lets your ears hear the important things and didn't hear unimportant things and ignore them. What it's like when you are in sleep. You're not need to hear the traffic outside of your house or your room. You don't need to hear the sound of the children, which they are crying or screaming. One day, when I was in my aunt's house, they asked me, "How could you sleep in in the living room with all these crowd of children? They are screaming and jumping and doing a lot of things, and all the people shouting and talking together, and you are sleeping beside in the middle of them. How can you do that? I can never do that at all." And I answered them, if I'm going to be tired, I can sleep everywhere. If you're going to using the drill to dig a hole in the wall, I can sleep in that place if I'm tired. Before I read this story, then when I read it, I realized the thalamus, the part of your brain, going to hear the sound you needed and ignore the sound he didn't need it. So when you are in sleep, your head didn't need to let your ears to hear the noisy sound, like a children, like a traffic. But he going to hear the important things. So in the morning in that day, when I was in my aunt's house, my aunt told me, "Come on, wake up, help the cooker and your cousins to prepare the food for the wedding lunch." And when he tell me, "Muhammad, wake up," and I'm suddenly open my eyes and look at her, and I tell her, "Okay, I'm going to wake up right now," and I return back to sleep. And also, when my cousin come to touch my head, and I wake up suddenly and remove the blanket from me and prepare it and put it on the other side, and I wake up to drink water and went to work with them. That's explain how the thalamus control your ears. So the human brain is very, very smart to recognize and let you work wisely. So another example here, when you are the firefighter in February 2012, in February, firefighter were in the burning house, and the ceiling start to fall, the wedding ceiling, which it's burning by the fire, start to fall. So they have to choose which way they have to take to escape from that fire, which way the fire going, which is the safe path they have to choose to get out from the house. So that's thinking. They have to think very fast. But in like these moments, the brain make the 1 second like 1 minute. So he's going to think. For the 1 second, he's going to process all these things like 1 minute. So he's going to think very wisely, and he lets him to choose the right thing in the fastest way. So, for example, I'm going to take nearly 1 minute to understand what's right in this paper. But when I'm in dangerous, I'm going to understand it by 1 second only. And I'm going to read all what's inside this paper by 1 second if I'm in danger. So that's really amazing. When you are in the dangers, maybe you're going to looking for something going to help you, like a gun, revolver, or knife. So you're going to find it very fast. But you are not in dangers. You have to open the drawer, open the cabinet, open everywhere, and look everywhere slowly to find what you need. And this is how brain think faster. And our chapter ends right now. But I have to put another things in our chapters in the end of our chapters. The questions. I'm going to ask you a question and count to 3 to let you answer, or you can pause, pass. That means stop the video and answer, or to think about it. The first question. Let's start with the question. There are 4 questions about this chapter. The first question is when Farag travels between millions of neurons, you feel, think, and smell, and touch, and see. Which the think travel a million times between the neurons? 1, 2, 3. The answer is signal travel between million neurons in your body. Question 2. There are about 100 billion cells called plaque in your brain. Which cells there are 100 billion of them in your brain? 1, 2, 3. The question is, the answer is neurons. There are 100 billion neurons in your brain. Question number 3. Stephen spent how long in the air observe New York City before he drawing his picture? 1, 2, 3. The answer is he spent 20 minutes to observe without taking any picture. Question number 4, the last one. The cerebellum has 2 sides. Each one controls plank side of your body. The cerebellum has 2 sides. Each one control plank side of your brain. 1, 2, 3. Control the opposite side. The right side control the left side. The left side control the right side. Thank you for watching me. This is Mohammed. I hope to see you in the chapter 3 of the documentary of human body. Bye bye.